Welcome back, guys. So in this video, we are going to learn how to insert a table in Word. And yes, we are not talking about Excel. We are talking about Word. It can be done. So let's get started. We're going to scroll to our preventative options heading. Here it is, which is on our second page. And I'm going to go ahead and select the heading itself and the two paragraph marks below it. I'm going to go over here to the page layout tab. And then I'm going to click the columns button. And I want to change this to one column. And I know you're like, but wait, the whole document's 2 columns. Isn't this going to mess the whole thing up? Just watch. We're going to go ahead and select one. And look what it did. Remember, we have section breaks in here. So the columns above the section break and below the section break are still solid. They're still good to go. It's a single column for this section only, which is what we want. Because we're going to go ahead and stick our table right in here. I'm going to scroll down a bit. I'm going to hit enter one more time just so there we go. So I can have this paragraph here. I don't want it to be part of my heading though, so I'm going to go over to home and see over here my styles. I'm going to click on normal because it's not a heading. There we go. I'm going to place my insertion point here right in front of the first paragraph. And here's where the magic begins. We're going to go to insert and then we're going to select table. Now, if we start hovering over these boxes, we will see that it starts adding the table, and I can select how many rows and columns using this grid structure here, or I can click on Insert Table, which I'm going to do now because I want to do a couple other additional options here. So where it says number of columns, I'm going to go with 5, and number of rows, I'm going to go with 6, and then right here where it says Fixed Column Width, I just want to make sure this is selected and that it is on auto so that the text is going to automatically fit. Once that's done, let's go ahead and click OK. And there is our table thus far. Now, I don't need these paragraph marks anymore. They're not going to be of use to me. So I'm going to go here to the Home tab and click on the paragraph mark to remove them. There we go. And now I'm going to populate this table. But I don't want to waste your time with that, so I will see you on the other side. Okay, welcome back. So I just typed in these fields and all I had to do is start typing, hit tab to get into the following boxes, and we're going to fix this wrapping here in a second. As for the check marks here, I just went into the bullets list, hit that little drop down arrow, and I selected it from there. So now we're up to speed. So now let's make this table look nice. Now make sure you're clicked in the table here because that enables the table tools menus here. I'm going to click on the layout and then I'm going to click here where it says auto fit. And then I'm going to select Auto Fit Content. And what that did, much better, right, is it adjusted the columns and the rows to match the content inside of it. So we're already starting to make some progress. Now let's center this text because it looks a little funky to me. I'm going to select the text here, go into my Home tab, and then hit Center here in the paragraph group. And then here on the left, these items I don't want centered, so I'm going to select them. And then I'm going to select left on these. I just think this column looks better to the left and then the rest centered. Much better. Now let's style this thing. So I'm going to go up here to where it says Design. And see all these table styles here? If we hit the More button, which is that arrow with the line above it, we get a bunch of different options here. And I am going to go with, let's see, there's a lot of orange and blue. So I think I'm going to go with an orange. Scroll down. Ooh, I like these list tables. Let's see, how about this one? List table 3, accent 2. Perfect. And just by clicking on it, it did a lot of formatting for us, which was great. We didn't have to do that all ourselves. It changed the font, it changed the color for the top row, and it removed the vertical lines. So it's looking good. So see here, we were able to take some useful information and just make it look nicer using the table. One last thing I'll probably do, let's go ahead and select the whole table by clicking this little box in the corner. Go to Home and then hit Center. And see what that did is it centered the table itself, not the text, but the table. And so now it's centered within the margins here. So perfect! And that's how we create and format a table using Word. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please come back for the next one. We will be talking about how to add footnotes and endnotes. See you later!